Hey guys, welcome back to Throwing Dirt. I wanted to come to the shop today to remake an intro for a video that I had made last Wednesday or Thursday of me fixing the front valance. In that video I had said that I was going to be racing this past weekend and this upcoming weekend at a 3-day event. Some things came up with the car, found some issues on Friday morning, so we decided not to race. Originally wasn't going to release the video because of that, but I decided that I was going to go ahead and do it, so I wanted to do a little video intro to kind of clear up any confusion as to why you're not seeing any videos of in the car or anything else like that. So the issue we found, first thing I did Friday morning when I got here, I cut the old oil filter apart and we found a bunch of metal in it. It wasn't chunks or anything like that. It was more real fine metal shavings, and it wasn't bearing material or anything like that. And the picture I'm going to post in this video or an upcoming video, it looks like it's bronze on the drain pan. It's not. The oil's making it look that color. I swept some of it up with a pig mat, a white pig mat, and it was all really fine, shiny metal. So we're looking into that. The weird thing about that is all the oil that I drained out of the tank is completely spotless. It looks all clean. There's no metal in it. Looks like it's brand new oil, but the oil that was in the filter looked gunmetal gray, metallic, bunch of metal in it. The plates had not a bunch in it, but really fine material like what we found come out of the oil filter. So the only thing that we can think of is that the oil pump that's coming from the oil pump, because the only thing between the tank and the motor is the oil pump, because it comes out of the tank, goes to the pump, and then into the filter before it goes to my oil cooler. So we're thinking there's something going on in the pump, so I'm going to pull that apart later this week, try and figure out what's going on there. Like I said, the oil in the tank was completely spotless. I drained some of it out, ran it through a coffee filter. There was no metal shavings in it. Looked like brand new Brad pen. So we think the engine's okay, but I'm gonna take the valve covers off, drain any other oil that's in the oil pan, and kind of inspect that, see how it all comes out. So anyway, the video you're getting ready to see, it's of me, like I said, fixing the front valance. Ignore the parts where I said I'm going to go racing. I'm going to leave the old intro and everything in it. I just wanted to kind of clear up any confusion. You're not going to see any in-car video this week because we didn't wind up going. It was a pretty rough week. My buddy's modified. I was fixing the starter on it on Friday morning after I'd scrapped my idea of going to the track with this car. So I focused on his because he still wanted to go, and we needed to shim the flywheel back so the starter was engaging correctly. They have reverse mount starters. I can get into that at a later date. And they have an idler gear built into the bell housing. I'll show you how all that works over the winter, but I was taking the flywheel off to shim it out, and it pulled the threads out of the crank. So now this motor possibly damaged and hurt, and that motor's got to come completely apart now to fix it. And then some other stuff happened with my race car trailer that I also park over here. I don't want to get into that until we get all that resolved with my work. But yeah, it was a rough week to say the least. So anyway, hope you enjoy this little short video of me fixing this valance. I appreciate all your guys' views. If you like this stuff and you'd like to help me out, please comment, like, subscribe. So it's midnight, just got off work, put in about 11 hours today. Need to get the car ready for Friday night. We're going to try and go back out. It's championship night at Tri-City Speedway in Granite City, Illinois. I need to get the valance worked on today. I had the oil system off the car in the last video. I worked on it the other night. Didn't have my camera with me, so I didn't get any footage of it, but I got the oil system back on the car, or got the tank back on the car and all that stuff. So we're going to try and get this thing ready. It's going to be a test night for me. Like I said, it's championship night, but next weekend they have Modified Mania, and it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday show. If I remember right, it's 3,000 to win Thursday, 3,000 to win Friday, and 5,000 Saturday. So we're going to use this weekend as a test weekend, make sure the car is doing better than it was the first weekend out. So I need to get this valance at least off tonight and get a good look at it, see what we can do to fix it. I went and picked up some fender washers and stuff to fix where it pulled through. I'll show you that here in a second. So like I said, we're going to try and get this thing ready. You know, I work 11 hours a night, 12 hours a night usually, Sunday through Thursday. So finding time to work on this thing's quite a challenge. But this is what I got to do to race. So we will get this thing ready to go. So let me show you the damage on the Valance. It's kind of hard to see, no light. Let me turn the light on the phone. There we go. So you can see it kind of, I guess we bottomed out on this side and it kind of folded under a little bit. So what it did is it didn't have big enough washers and it just pulled through the bumper and previous holes that were already there. Like I said, this body's been raced. It's not in the best condition. That's another thing. Like I said, this winter I'd like to get a new body for it. Alright, got you guys down on the ground with me. So the problem is, this plate, or this piece of plastic which braces, pulled all the bolts through it, and as you can tell, it's not on there very good. So that's about where it's supposed to sit, and we'll get that taken care of. I know these videos are kind of lacking substance. Being the end of the season, the car's together, I don't really want to go too far into depth right now with any of the stuff on this, or any of the other ones for that matter. I want to bring you guys a bunch of videos over the winter and kind of cure your cabin fever, or you know, try to keep you guys entertained there a little bit over the winter. Like I said, I have some planned. I want to show you how the transmission works and stuff like that, how the suspension works. I know some of you guys are from Yellow Bullet. I post there quite a bit, and there was a thread a couple weeks back about a guy wanting to put one of these transmissions in a street car, and really not a good idea. They're not street friendly at all, and I'll kind of go over that in that video when I get around to it. But like I said, I want to save that stuff for winter, so we have some content coming out in the winter. There we go, all fixed. All right, well, I think that's gonna be it for the night. Like I said, don't have a ton of time. Getting pretty late, so appreciate you guys hanging out with me again. Now, if you guys have any questions or want to see anything specific on these cars, please comment, ask. I'll check it, I'll respond. You know, as soon as I can anyway. Once again, I appreciate it. Hey, if you guys like this, I hate asking, but please subscribe, help me out. And we'll see you tomorrow night and probably Friday night. Have a good one.